Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial on Zeilhan. Today we're going to be making a home renovation website. This tutorial is going to be heavy on the aesthetic part of the web design process, meaning that it's going to be more focused on building a website that's going to be making money for your business. Now, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to build a website. These tutorials are not going to teach you how to build a business using your website. This is what you're going to learn right here. So if you want to learn how to build a website that's going to get you more clients, more leads, more revenues, more profits, this is a tutorial for you. There are more tutorials like this on our page and will be more in the future. Go ahead, hit subscribe and help us on our journey to 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Also, if you don't want to do all these things by yourself, our team is here for you. There's a link in the comment section and in the description where you can set up a free 15-minute clarity call with our team to learn how we can help your business succeed using a website. So what are we going to learn right here? Well, we're going to learn how to create this Hire Us button and change this Hire Us button. I'm going to click. And when you go to Hire Us, your website prospects is going to see your business name, social proof, testimonial, picture of your business, picture of your team, and a lead generation form. So even if it's 12 a.m., the person is in Iceland, they're coming back stateside, they're coming back home, and they'd like to set up a meeting with your team to fix that leak or a roof or whatever the case might be. They can be doing business with you even while you sleep. So while your business is closed, you are still getting business done 24/7. So the physical business does not affect your overall business because your website is working for you. We're going to learn how to make this form. We're going to learn the design decisions that goes into making this form. We're also going to learn the reason that you make this form and how to make a form for yourself, how to make this page. So we're going to learn how to make a page, how to design a page. You're going to learn how to make your website responsive, meaning that it works well on tablet, mobile, and desktop. We're also going to ensure that your website is fast so you don't lose website visitors. And we're going to build a business online. Remember, this tutorial is aimed at building a website that's going to get you more leads, more clients, more customers, revenues, and profits. That is the aim of a website. It's supposed to market your business and serve your customers 24/7. So to that end, what I want you guys to do is go ahead and hit subscribe, grab a cool drink, sit back, relax, and let's dive right into the tutorial. All right, to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to get our domain name and we're going to set up our website hosting. The way we're going to go about this is not the way that they normally do it. And here's what I mean. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to different website hosts. We're going to have Name Hero and a few others. What we're going to do is we are going to get our domain name from Name Hero. All right. So you're going to click on the link in the description. It's going to take you to Name Hero. Hopefully you don't have to go through reCAPTCHA like I have to go through here. And then it's going to take you to Name Hero. The domain name is going to be your .com, your .co, your .org. The name of your website, the website address. So google.com, namehero.com, that's the domain name. Most times it's going to be your businessname.com. So if your business is Pete's Pizzas, it's going to be petespizzas.com. And sometimes it can be .co.uk depending on what you'd like. And then after that, you're going to set up what's called hosting. Hosting is going to be the computer that is on 24/7 or the server that is on 24/7. That's going to make your website available across the globe. What we're going to do that's different, and I'm going to show you how to do it the regular way. We're not going to be using shared hosting, that is Name Hero. We're going to be using managed hosting, because the managed hosting solution we're going to be using is a little bit price flexible, but it offers a lot more power. What we're going to do here is that instead of using Name Hero for the domain name and the hosting, like most of the YouTube tutorials, we're going to go a little bit more advanced where we can use more advanced and better web servers like Amazon Web Service or Google Cloud, for example. Or we can go cheaper and use DigitalOcean or Vultr or Linode. And we're going to get this by using Cloudways. So here's what we're going to do. In the link in the description that points you to Name Hero, you're going to click on the link that says Name Hero. All right, it's going to take you to Name Hero. It's going to take you to this page, namehero.com. It might look a little bit different. By the way, the link is an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything, but it will give us a commission. So I was trying to show you in this tutorial how to set up Name Hero hosting, but it doesn't work. There's always an error. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you just how to get the domain name and go ahead with the hosting that I intended to use anyway, since Name Hero was never my plan. On Name Hero's homepage, namehero.com, we're going to click domains. We're just going to purchase a domain. So I'm going to type Zeilhan tutorials. And I'm not going to be using .com this time. I'm going to be using .co.uk. I know I am not in the UK. So we have .com. That's added from my previous session because I was trying to set up hosting. But don't worry, boy, it's going to be the same process. What I want is .co.uk. And this one is a little bit cheaper. .euro is somewhere down here. Where is it? Load more. .eu. .ca. So there are different domain names. We're just going to go with the .co.uk option because it is cheap. It's added to cart. Now I'm going to click on the cart. I am going to remove the hosting that is there. So it says here that if you plan on purchasing web hosting with Name Hero, and this is the most important part, because remember I told you that we're not going to be hosting with Name Hero in this situation. But if you're using Name Hero as a host, you click continue and then you can purchase your hosting and you can go from there. But we're not going to be using Name Hero. I am going to leave the name servers as is though, because I don't yet know the name servers for the host that I'm going to be getting. So we'll get that later. So this part right here, zeilhantutorials.com, is from the previous part of the tutorial that you guys probably won't see when I was trying to get hosting from Name Hero and it was not working. Like it just kept failing, but I wasn't going to buy the host. I was going to show you how to get it. So in another tutorial, I'll show you how to get Name Hero hosting. But right now it's not working. The checkout page is crashing. So let's hope it doesn't happen with the domain name or I'm going back to bed. So zeilhantutorials.co.uk. Email forwarding, DNS management. You can get those. This is just a tutorial for me. I don't need it, so I won't get them, but you can get them. You can read. It basically makes your website available faster and it makes you have all your emails in one inbox. Perfectly fine. Not a big deal for me. So we're going to continue. All right. So I don't need the .com. Let's remove that because that was for the hosting that I wanted to set up for you guys, but it's not working. No savings. We are going to create a new account. All right. So once you've created your account, all right, guys, so you're going to create your account, first name, last name, email address, etc., your billing address, and all of that good stuff. Once you have created your account, you're going to go ahead and select your payment method, enter your payment details, all right, and you have read and agreed to the terms of service, and you check out. And that's what it's going to be. I already have an account with Name Hero. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that existing customer account because I just need a domain name. I don't need a separate account. When I'm doing the hosting tutorial for you guys again, then we'll get a new account. So I'm just going to use the existing customer login. I'm going to log in. Everything is as I'd like it. Read and agreed to the terms of service. And we are going to check out now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. All right, order placed, continue to client area because we're going to need this section. Now I do have 8 domains here. I've had more, some are expired, some not so expired. We're going to click on domains. We are going to go all the way over to Zeilhan tutorials. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. Zeilhantutorials.co.uk. We are going to click on this one. Click on it. And everything is as we would like it to be. No SSL, perfectly fine. We'll set that up very soon. So now that we have this set up, and remember guys, once you set up your account, you're going to want to go to your email address that you used, and you're going to want to get all the good stuff happening, like getting your confirmation code and everything like that. You can go ahead and do that. I already had an account. That's something I need to show you. Now for the hosting. The hosting that we're going to be using this time is Cloudways. And Cloudways is it's something that I love because you can choose where you host your website, like which server. It can be Google Cloud, it can be Amazon Web Services for higher performance websites. So like my most important clients with like e-commerce platforms and so on, always AWS, always Google Cloud. Or you can go with something a bit more budget friendly. For this tutorial, we're going to use that. I'm going to be using Vultr. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new account with Cloudways because I'm actually going to be getting website hosting. Now, Cloudways is very beautiful. I won't ramble on too much. We're just going to get started. So we're going to say start free. I am going to sign up with my Google account. You can just enter first name, last name, and so on. Everybody can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the Google method. So I'm going to click continue with Google. I'm going to select the email address. I'm going to continue. All right. So now that Now I need to set a password. I'm just going to select a strong password. I will describe myself as I am a lot of things right now. So I'm going to say digital agency for this person. Yeah, I'm just going to say digital agency. My hosting spend is 50 to 250. I agree to the terms of service, privacy policy. I am going to continue. To activate your account, sign in. All right, so submit details. All right, guys, good news. So my Cloudways account has been activated. Woohoo! It took a few days, but I'll show you the process. So to get activated, you just need to go to cloudways.com. All right, so you apply for an account, then you actually go to cloudways.com. Let me get my chat out of the way, and it's going to be right there. And when you go to cloudways.com, you're going to click send a message. All right, send us a message, go to verification. Once you go to verification, it's going to automatically apply with the instructions to get verified. So I literally did all of this. So I sent them the email account that I used to sign up. I sent them links to my Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. I sent them my company's website, which, Zeilhan.com. I sent them my ID. So I used my driver's license. And I also sent them my contact number. So I used two socials. I used my company's website. I used the email address, my driver's license, government issued ID. And within about 3 or 4 hours, I was verified. So we're verified. We are going to log in and activate. I understand the risks. Take me there. All right, this is good. So here's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. Okay, so here it's telling us you can deploy more apps once your first server is ready. So to set up a WordPress install, we're just going to click next right here. And I'm going to call this, all right, go next. Actually, I need to just name it first app. First app. I'm going to call this first server. And I'm going to call this startup project. I'm just going to install startup project. Then we go next. So it's saying that I can only use DigitalOcean, AWS, and Google. So let's just go ahead, set up that. Select your desired server size. I'm just doing a test website, so I can just go with a 1 gig regular server, but most times you're going to go with a 2 gig high performance. All right, so I'm just going to go with my 1 gig regular server. Let's go next. My location. So I'm currently in Jamaica, guys. So if you feel the need for a beach vacation, send me a message. We can meet up, have some good time in Jamaica. Nice beaches, nice women, nice guys, whatever you're into. I don't smoke, I don't drink. All right. So the location I'm going to use is actually Miami. If I can use Miami, it doesn't seem like Miami is one of the options. I'll just go with New York for now then. So try to a blazing platform with 3-day trial, no credit card. Yes, let's go on. I'm perfectly fine. You're all set. End. So I'm going to launch now. And remember, this is a WordPress install. You can also go with a multi-site. So that's a WordPress multi-site, and you can go with a WooCommerce installation. So I'm just going to go ahead and launch now. So it's adding my server. All right, first server has been created. Our server is here. We have an application. So after you've made your server, this is the most important part. After you've made your server, so you're going to go to dashboard. We have a server right here. So we have a server installed. Here's what you're going to do next. You're going to click on your server. You're going to copy the public IP. You're going to log into your name here, client section. When you log into your name here, client section, you're going to go to DNS management. At DNS management, you're going to add at a record, and you're going to paste in the IP address and save changes. So this is what you'll have when you're done. Once you've done that, I want you to copy your website URL. I want you to go incognito and go to DNS checker. All right. DNS checker. You're going to paste in the URL. You're going to search the A records. The address that you see right here should be the same address from your Cloudways IP, and it should also be the same for your A record. And what DNS checker is basically saying to you it is telling you that, all right, your website domain is available across the globe on this server. This is the IP address for your server. This is the A record for it. And that's all you need to do. If you go to Name Hero, or you go to your public register, your DNS, or you go to your domain name register, and they don't have the option to add the A record, open a support ticket, tell them that this is the IP address for your Cloudways server. You'd like to have them added to your domain so you can use Cloudways for your domain. Once that is done, you're going to go back to Cloudways. All right. You're going to go to your first app. This is your WordPress install. You're ready to use this. So you're just going to click on this. You have two URLs right here. You're going to have the application URL. If you click here, it takes you to the actual website. And if you click here, it takes you to the admin panel. You copy the login URL and you copy the password. You're going to paste it in and you can log in. So the next thing that you're going to do after you've seen the IP, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to copy the domain name. You're going to go back to Cloudways. You're going to go to domain management. The default, the primary is going to be this long, ugly URL that you can't share with anyone. You're going to do is you're going to add domain. You're going to paste in your URL, and then you're going to add domain. After you've added the domain, it's going to appear, but it's going to be here. You're just going to right click and make primary for the actual domain. Once that is done, it still won't work because you need to have SSL. You need to have an SSL certificate installed. So to install the SSL certificate, you're going to go to SSL certificate. Let's encrypt. You're going to use your email address. I'm just going to use one for the business, and you're going to paste in your domain, and you're going to install SSL certificate. Once the SSL certificate is installed, we're going to go to incognito. We're going to paste the URL. We're going to see if it works. And it works. Now to go to your admin address, you're just going to right click here. You're going to say WP admin. Once that happens, you're going to go back to Cloudways, access details, copy and paste your email address, copy and paste your password, and you're going to log in. And there you go. All right. So now let's get started with the tutorial. You're going to see that the URL is changed from zeilhantutorials.co.uk to Digital Pixie. And that's just because it's taken a week just to get the hosting set up because they've been having some issues. But it's all resolved now. So let's dive right in. All right, guys, now we're on the WordPress dashboard. There are a few things that we're going to have to do before we actually get started in building the website. All right, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to ensure that our permalinks are set up correctly. And permalinks are basically the URL on the website. So this thing right here that says rankmatch.com, it's basically how that is displayed. And the reason why that is important is because if your permalinks aren't set up properly, then the search engine is going to have a much harder time telling what your page is about. If your search engine can't tell what your page is about, it won't be able to tell who to show your pages to. And if people aren't seeing your web pages, then how is your business going to make money? All right. So to set up our permalinks, we're going to go to settings, permalinks. We have day and name. So indeed, it was not set up correctly. We are going to use post name. That is the most effective permalink structure to use. We're going to go ahead and save changes. The next thing is something that you don't have to do, but something I like to do. I like to change the appearance of my WordPress dashboard, just some color and so on. So you go to users, your profile. So you don't need to go to all users, just go to users and then profile. I am going to use the ectoplasm setting for this one. And we're going to go ahead and update profile. The next thing that we need to do is we need to set up our WordPress settings in terms of email, default email that emails are going to go to from the website. So if we have an email address like myperfectemail@gmail.com and we want all our website emails to go there, we're going to set up our admin. So we're going to go to settings, general, just to ensure everything is okay. The site title is my blog, tagline is my WordPress blog. The site title is a good place to tell what your website is about. So for this tutorial, we're going to be making a renovation website. Let's say that it's renovation in LA, Los Angeles, Best home renovators, Zeilhan renovators. Okay. Now the tagline is just going to be what I had at first. That's what I normally do. It's not as important. We have HTTPS. That means we have our secure certificate or SSL. We have, this is our admin email. So if you want to change a login email to your website, you can change it right here, or you can go to users, profile, and edit. So you're going to go to users, all users, and then edit profile. But we're not going to look at that right now. We're going to use this one, and I'm going to start my days on Sundays as it's supposed to, and we're going to save changes. Good news, themes versus plugins. What are those? Well, let's go over to plugins and I'll show you. This says Akismet anti-spam spam protection. It says Hello Dolly. We don't need either of these plugins. So we're going to delete them. To delete the plugin, you first have to deactivate it. It's already deactivated. So how do we know that? Well, it says activate. And if it's already activated, you can't activate it again. That means that it's deactivated. Let's say it's activated. All right. So let's go back to plugins. We're just going to go ahead and deactivate all these plugins that are here. We're going to click this. We're going to click here. And we are going to delete. The reason why we've deleted these plugins is because we don't need them. And why don't we need them? They don't add the features to the website that are important to us. Akismet anti-spam perhaps, but not right now because we're going to go ahead and add our own website security. What exactly is a plugin? Well, like I said, the plugins didn't add the features that we needed. And that's exactly what plugins are. They add features to our website or functions to our website. If we have a website and you want, when you go on and you want it to be such that whenever a visitor visits your website, there's a live chat feature. Well, there's a live chat plugin. And let's just try to find that right now. So you go to plugins, add new plugin, and let's say you want to add a live chat feature to your website. You're going to type in live chat and you search. And there are going to be a few options. Talk is a good one, video. Currently using HubSpot and Zeilhan.com actually, guys, and so on and so forth. Let's say you want to add WhatsApp to your website. You are going to say WhatsApp. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a plugin to add WhatsApp to your website. WP chat app, integrate WhatsApp. Yep, there you go. Now, themes versus plugins. So we know what plugins are. They add functions to our website. So what are themes? Well, themes are like the operating system on your phone. It's going to tell how your website is going to look. So let's just take a look at themes real quickly. We go to appearance, go to themes. We're going to add new theme. These are default themes that come with us. So 24, 2023, and 2022. Well, yes. So we're going to search for a theme. Let's say that we want our website to be a newspaper website. So we're just going to type for newspaper and something is going to come up. Now, these themes right here aren't very good, all right? And I'm going to show you why. So the current themes that we have on our website are these default themes that come with WordPress. And it means that this is how our website is going to look. So let's just hover over our website name, visit site, and open link in new tab. There we go. This is what our website looks like. And this is because of the theme. Now, if you wanted to add the live chat plugin, the live chat would be somewhere here. Or if we wanted to add some other function, we would use a plugin. So this is how our website looks and feels, and that's mainly because of the theme. So we're going to change our theme a bit. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the themes that we don't need. We're going to keep 2024 active because that's the most recent. We are going to delete 2022 and 2023. Then we're going to add our own theme. So 2022, delete. 2023, delete. Now we're going to add new theme. Some of the most popular themes are right here. Astra is one. Hello Elementor is another one. Ocean WP is the next one. Cadence is a good one. But the theme that we're going to be using for this tutorial is the Blocksy theme. So we're going to go ahead and install Blocksy. And if we don't see it here, we just go right here and we're going to search Blocksy. And Blocksy is going to come up. We are going to install. Once installed, we are going to activate. All right. So at first, our website looked like this. And because of a theme, this is how our website is going to look. So let me just go ahead and duplicate. And you see the look on our website has changed a bit. All right, so the theme has changed, our website has changed a bit, but we still can't show this to our website. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go back to themes. We have a little notification here. Thanks for installing Blocksy, you rock. Of course I rock. Install Blocksy Companion. And basically what Blocksy Companion is going to do is going to transform our website from this to a beautiful website that we would like our website visitors to see. Now, let's say that you've installed Blocksy and you don't see this notification. If you see this notification, go ahead and install Blocksy Companion. But if you don't see this notification, we are going to install the Blocksy Companion plugin. It says right here it's a plugin. All right, so we're going to go to plugin. We're going to add new plugin, and we are going to install Blocksy Companion. And it's already there in my search. And it's here, install now. And then we're going to activate. And once activated, we are going to see a few options right here: video tutorials, support, Facebook community. We're going to go to starter sites because that's what's most important. And we have two types of starter sites here. We're going to have the pro starter sites and we're going to have the free starter sites. The pro starter sites, you're going to need to have a premium subscription for those. But the free starter sites, those are the ones that we're going to work with right now. The main reason why I won't be using a pro starter site is because of what's called a page builder. And a page builder is literally a plugin or a website function, basically, that allows you to add pages to your website without needing to code. And the plugin that they use for the pro versions is Gutenberg, and I refuse to use Gutenberg to build a website. However, we are going to look for the Renovation starter site. So we keep scrolling, and you're free to use any of these starter sites that you see right here. You don't have to use the one that we're using. Matter of fact, the one that we're using is right here. Let's go ahead and preview. So it says this is the demo URL. So democreativeteam.com Blocksy Renovation. So this is the starter site that we're going to be working with. Very beautiful, very nice, very effective. And I like what I see right here. All right. So you can use this starter site, but let's say that you want to build something a little bit different. So you might not want to build a renovation website. You might want to build a freelancer's website. You can scroll until you find something that you like, and you can go ahead and say, oh, I like this one. This one fits my style. Go ahead and use this. The steps will be the same to get it ready. The editing and everything will be the same. It's just that you'll be working from a different starting point than we are. Perfectly fine. So we're going to go ahead and install that renovation starter site. So we're going to go ahead and click import. We're going to be asked a few questions. So yes, install the child theme. Then we're going to click next. We're going to use Elementor because I refuse to use Gutenberg. Next, we're going to install all these plugins. All right, install and activate plugins. Now, WPForm is going to allow us to collect leads on our website. It's also going to allow us to have someone go on our website and send us an email through our website, which is called a contact form. Elementor allows us to build the website. It's called a page builder. And you don't have to know how to code in HTML or CSS or Python or JavaScript to use this. And that's beautiful. What you see is what you get. And Slider for Elementor is going to add some really cool dynamic features and effects to our website that makes it look really modern and futuristic at times. So modern and futuristic, yes. And adjectives, right? So click next. Options. I'm not going to change anything here. And we are going to install. So installing. Now that we are finished installing, we're going to go and right-click View Site. This is what we started with the default WordPress theme. All right. Not very beautiful. It's there. It's a website, but not very beautiful. Then this is what we have once we installed Blocksy. So we changed the theme. And now this right here is what we have once we installed Blocksy Companion plugin and added the starter site. This is our current website, guys. This is what our website visitors are going to see. So if you go to rankmatch.com or yoururl.com, whatever is here, and you share this with your friend and say, hey, check this out. By the way, go ahead and share your URL down below so I can see what you guys are working on in the comment section. And if you have a friend or two that's interested in your work, go ahead and share your brand new website with them. You can go ahead and view your website from anywhere in the world, which is all I'm going to see. And that's going to be a problem if we're spending a lot of time building our website. So we do love our website. It is beautiful, but this picture needs to be you. And this needs to be your business name, and your logo needs to be added. And we need to add your contact information. So let's go to the contact page. Oh, it's not linked. So we go over to the contact page. we're going to need to have your contact information here and your address and your opening hours. So we're going to need to get some work done on our website, but we might not want website visitors to see what we're working on. So how do we fix that? Well, we're going to use what's called a coming soon and maintenance mode page. What that means is that we're going to set up a page where, unless you're a member of the website, like you're an admin of the website, you can see the actual website that we're working on. And we're going to remove that once the website is ready and it's beautiful. That way, whenever website visitors visit our website, everything is beautiful. So how we're going to do that? Well, we're going to go back to our dashboard. So website name, dashboard, all right? Then we're going to go to plugins. We're going to add a new plugin. Remember, it's a function. It's going to add a feature or function to our website. We are going to look for what's called a coming soon plugin. Coming soon. Not coming soon, coming soon. All right. So we do have a coming soon right here. I'm going to use this one, the minimalist. This is the one I've had the best results with so far. Install, activate. Once we've activated, we're going to go here. We're going to go to settings. All right. We are going to say, we're just going to look at the design. So we're going to remove these thumbnails, the logo. We're going to remove the logo and site icon. We're going to add our own. So from here, you can add your logo wherever it is on your desktop. I'm going to go ahead and upload Zeilhan's official logos. Our logos are being uploaded. So this is going to be our logo. Let me move myself out of the way. Select image. We're going to change the site icon as well. And select image. And there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and just save changes. You can preview maintenance page. You don't need to. Like whenever someone goes to your website, this is what they're going to see. So we see that we're going to have to change the logo to the white one. So let's just go ahead and select, and we're going to use the white logo instead. We're going to save changes. All right. If we go incognito, if we go incognito, we're going to still see the website because we still haven't activated the actual feature site-wide. We've just set it up for how it's going to look. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go right here, maintenance mode off. We're going to click it and go on. You're going to see it green. It's on. Now let's go back incognito. There we are incognito. Let's refresh. And there we go. Beautiful. So this is what everyone's going to see when they visit your website. If you want them to be able to see your website, you just go ahead and disable the maintenance mode plugin. All right. And go back and refresh. And there you go. All right. So let's just reactivate that. And let's take a look at our website because we are very proud website owners at this stage. This is beautiful. I like this. You should be proud of what you've achieved so far. This is your first website. This is ready to be put out there, but we're going to use actual words on our design, actual contact information that leads our website visitors to us, and we're going to go from there. All right. So what we're going to do next? Well, there are a few things we're going to have to do. We're going to have to make this website our own. And that means that we're going to have to do some designing and changing some pictures and adding the right words and our username and our website name and a whole lot of stuff. If you do not want to do all of this work, there is a link in the description and in the comment section to set up a free consultation for 15 minutes with our team. A clarity call is called. And go ahead and set one up. Reach out to us and let us use that clarity call for 15 minutes just to figure out what your problems are in your business that you need your website to solve. Maybe you need more revenues. Maybe you need more profits, new customers. Maybe you need to be a little bit more professional online so you can charge a higher price. Whatever it is, hop on the clarity call, tell us what the problem is, and then we will get the work done for you. So you don't have to figure all this out. But if you don't want to do that and you want to get all the work done, let's get cracking. The first thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to add a logo because I don't see a logo anywhere here. So if I don't see a logo, how do I know where I'm at? So we're going to go to dashboard, all right? We're going to go to appearance. So I'm just going to dismiss that. I don't need that. Appearance, customize. We are going to scroll down to site identity and we change the site icon. The site icon is this W right here. So for our website, you see there's a W. But right here, we see that it has the icon for our logo, for our business. So how do we do that? We have to change what's called the site icon. To change the site icon, we're going to change it right here. So we're just going to go ahead and select site icon. I'm going to keep using the purple one for this example. Let's save. Or the colored version, we're going to save, and we're going to publish. All right. So we've updated our site icon. The next thing that we need to do is actually add the logo. So when I hover here, you see something says main row. And that's because this is the header builder for Blocksy. So Blocksy, the theme that we have, helps us to build out this header. This is a menu. If we want to edit the menu, we just go ahead and click right here. And it's going to take us to the menu editor. And that's good, right? But we don't see a logo. And a logo needs to be here somewhere. So let me just move myself out of the way, right? So we have 2 rows. We have 3 rows actually. We have the top row, the main row, and the bottom row. Right now we're in the main row. If we click here, like I said, there's 3 dots. It's going to take us to the actual element. So this is the search icon. This is the menu. And we don't have the logo. We see the search, we see the menu, we don't see the logo. So to fix the logo issue that we're having, whatever it is, we're going to hover here. We're just going to click on logo. And there we go. There isn't a logo selected. So we're just going to select logo. Going to use the colored version. All right. And now we have a logo. It has what's called a sticky state logo. That means that once you start scrolling, the header right here sticks. It doesn't move. It's always at the top of the page. You can select a different color logo for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the black logo for that one. All right. And you're going to see that once I start scrolling, this is going to change to black. All right. And that's nice. I like that. So the logo height, because right now the logo is a little bit big. So the logo height, we're going to change that from 45 pixels to whatever looks nice. Oh, well, that looks good. All right, that looks good. And sticky state shrink, sure, why not? So the shrink size is going to be 44%. All right, so let's see. That's a bit too small. Let's see, 57. 69, wink, wink. We're going to use 69. And that's a percentage of the actual first logo that we have. So it's not a percentage of the container space. So we have the logo set up, and I think we're good. So we're going to go ahead and publish these changes. So that's the first thing that we've done. We needed to add the logo. We added the logo. We need to add the site icon. We've added the site icon. We're going to go ahead all the way down to the bottom of the website to see what's happening with our footer. Because at times we need to have the logo in our footer, and if I'm thinking correctly, it might not be there. So let's just go ahead and see what's happening with our website footer. All right, so in our website footer, there isn't much. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and edit section. And it says right here, the widget, copyright, and we don't have a business logo. So let me just move out of the way. Right here would be a really good place to add the logo. So we have the phone, the address. I'm going to go ahead and click widget area 2. I don't know if I can stack information. So I'm going to edit. Let's see what's here. All right. So I'm going to click add block. I'm going to add an image. I'm going to use from the media library, add the logo. And that seems all right. And I'm going to put it to the top. And the size is a little bit much. So let's do that. See what happens. A little bit too little. So that's not much enough. And now that we have that, I'm going to center. And we're going to have to make this a little bit bigger if we're centering. All right. So I think that is okay. Something that we could have done? We could have changed this icon to the logo. So let's replace that. Media library. If we change that icon with the logo, we should have a better effect. And let's just make this bigger. And we're going to delete this logo. We're going to publish those changes. I'm going to change the copyright information, WordPress theme. We're just going to change this from WordPress theme to, all right. And we're going to add a URL to go to www.zeilhan.com. And there we go. All right, that looks good. Publish. All right, guys, so the thing that I want to point out at this stage is that we have our headers that is set up. So we're going to learn how to add pages, design pages, and everything. So we're going to make this website yours. And by yours, I mean your brand and color. We're going to learn how to do branding, how to select a font, the right words to use. This is called a call to action. What is a call to action? Why do you need one? What's the best call to action for your business? The best colors and everything like that. We're going to learn all of that. But at this time, I want to take a break from actually building the website and go through some best practices at this stage. So I'm just going to close right here. And the next thing I want you guys to do, there's a video linked in the description. It's going to be in the description of the video. It's going to be right at the bottom. You'll see it on screen right now. It's going to be a video about how to secure your WordPress website. I want you to go ahead and watch that video, or you can just take a look at what I'm going to be doing on screen right now. And the reason why I say that is you're not going to build a website in one day, all right? And you're going to have the website up for a few years. You want to have your website secured from day one. You don't want to start right now, leave it, and it gets hacked or infected with malware, and all the work you've done to this point gets lost. So that's the first thing. You're also going to want to back up your website, which is also a part of website security. And that also means that once you back up your website, if something goes wrong, if you make a change that you want to reverse, or if there's something like an hack or malware or some issue with your website, like something breaks, the backup is a good place to start to get your website up and running again. So that's what we're going to be looking at right now. There are a few things that you're going to want to get. You're going to go to plugins, add new. Like I said, I'm not going to spend much time on this. I'm just going to go ahead and be really fast. For backups, we are going to use Updraft. All right. Install now and activate. We are also going to add Scurry for website security. If I can spell Scurry right. And this is just to ensure that your website is secure. Going to activate. We're going to add a new plugin. Really simple SSL. And remember, guys, for a detailed video step-by-step on how to get all these things, all these plugins installed and why you're going to need them and what each feature means for the most part, go ahead and watch a video in the tutorial. But I just don't want you to have to leave this video to go ahead and watch the next video. So, all right, we're going to need to log in once we activate SSLs. So let's just activate SSL real quickly. Enable everything that can be enabled. Include, save, and continue. I'm going to skip these because I don't need these right now. I'm going to finish. And that is that. I think everything is set up as best as we can with the free version at this time. We are just going to go over to Updraft Plus. And we're going to go to settings. We are going to back up every day. We are going to keep 7 backups. So we're going to keep, let's keep a week, 2 weeks of backups. You should be keeping about a month. We are going to save to Google Drive. Where is Google Drive? There we go. We're going to sign with Google after this and save changes. We're going to sign in with Google. Complete setup. We are going to go over to settings, security right here, settings. We're going to activate security. We're going to go to hardening, apply hardening for everything except the firewall. We need a premium license for this. I have a premium license, but I'm not going to use it on a development site. Apply hardening to everything. All right. And we have Scurry. Normally, I would go ahead and add another website security plugin. So I'm just going to type in website security. All right, I think I got it right now. These are some of the popular ones. So we have a tutorial linked in the description that gives you a detailed overview of everything. So this doesn't seem to be working. I'm going to go ahead and log back in. So we're going to log back in. All right, let's go ahead and save that. Security. All right. And we had to log back in because we activated some security plugins. It's nothing to get excited or worried about, guys. We have WordFriends. That's one of the most popular ones. I have been using Solid Security on client's website for like 5 years now. Never had a hack. The one that I love to use is WP Server, but I'm going to have to go to their website to get that. So I'm just going to leave this as it is. But you're going to have to get WP Server. It's in the video linked below. So we have our backup. We have SSL. We also have Skrill for some security. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is just going to take a look at our website. And I want to point out a few things to you. The branding color for Zeilhan is blue, purple, and yellow. And this is a default font. This is Poppins, I believe, but we also use another font. This doesn't match with this. The color isn't the same, the font isn't the same. And this is a lesson on branding. Your branding is going to speak to your ideal customer, client, user, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the contact page. That's a really nice page to start with. It's really short, really simple. We can get some work done quickly and feel like we've achieved something. So we're going to go to the contact page. We're going to edit with Elementor. We need to recreate kit. This always happens. I don't know why. Just follow me and get it done. We're going to recreate kit and we're going to save changes. Also Elementor settings. I'm just going to go ahead and go to features. We are going to activate grid container, inline font icons. We are going to, okay, we don't need that. Nested elements. Sure, I'm going to go and activate that. We're going to activate that. Flexbox is activated. Optimize image loading activated. And we're going to save. All right, so we're just going to go back to our website. We are going to go to contact. And the reason why I'm moving quickly is because this is not the objective of this part of the tutorial. We're going to learn everything that we just did. We're going to learn everything that we just went through. For more detailed Elementor tutorial videos, there's in the description, there are a few videos that we've done that's going to explain containers, grids, adding elements to the page, and so on. But for now, we're going to click right here. We're going to go to site settings, and we're going to look at global colors, global fonts, typography, etc. All right, so global colors. There are a few places that we're going to change our global color. The first part is here. And we're going to select some primary and secondary colors. What I want you guys to realize is that we have a color palette right here, but this might not be it for your business. Now, I'm perfectly fine continuing with orange. This works well for what we're doing. But for Zeilhan, it's blue, purple, and orange. Oh, well, this is a yellowish orange hue. This is more orange. This is more yellow. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to coolers. Actually, let me show you something. So there is this thing called color psychology. I'm telling you, typing and spelling is not my strong suit when I'm doing tutorials. All right, so let's go back to color psychology. I'm going to click on this. It's going to bring up something. Let's close that sidebar. It says here, generated by AI, it says here that color psychology is a study of how colors affect perceptions and behaviors. And this is something that's very known. So if you look at the blue, so the room I'm in right now is a really light blue. And it makes the room feel a lot cooler. It makes me feel calm and peaceful. And I'm not very aggressive and out there. That's what red and orange does to you. So if you go to images, there's a chart that I really love to use. It's right here, Color Emotion Guide. You can find this by doing a quick Google search and following what I did. It says that these are the brands that use this color, and this color is associated with this emotion. So yellow is optimism, this orange is friendly, red is excitement, it's bold, it's youthful, purple is creative, and it's used for mainly imaginative types of businesses. Blue is trust, it means dependable and strength. Green is peaceful, it's growth and health. And you can find this with a lot of green companies that are focused on the health of the earth and so on. And black, gray, white is normally for balance, calm, and it's neutral. And this is where you see most of those high-class brands, like, for example, Apple or Rolls-Royce, for example, will use these kinds of colors. And there are also companies that use these colors as examples that are listed here. I want you to notice that the red, orange, and the yellow, these are mainly associated with food brands. So all your food and beverages are normally blue, red, and yellow. Normally, KFC, Burger King, In-N-Out, McDonald's, Arby's, TGI Fridays, Chipotle, Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, you name it, Little Caesars, red, orange, yellow. Why did I bring this up? And this is just another digression. I can't just teach you how to build a website and you build a website that isn't going to make you money. That's how our channel is different. So if you want to build a website that's going to make money for your business and going to put money in your pocket, hit subscribe. We have a lot more tutorials coming out. The reason why I bring this up is because you need to choose the right color for your business. Now, if you take a look at this chart right here, it's going to tell you what color is going to do for your brand. And that's perfectly fine. So take a look at this, take a look at this, and take a look at this one. It is, yes, and decide the emotions that you want to emit or evoke when someone sees your brand. And once you're done with that and you've chosen your color palette, maybe you have one already, you are going to go to Cooler, Coolor, coolers.co. We don't need to create an account and we don't need to generate a palette. This really cool guy made the platform. That's good. We are going to explore trending palettes. I like this feature because I don't have to make anything. And we're going to have a bunch of different colors all over the page that we can use to put together our brand. So if your colors are green, blue, and white, there are a lot of greens right here, there are a lot of blues, and there are a lot of whites. What you're going to do right now is you're going to go ahead and you're going to grab a green. All right. You're going to go, so you click on it and it's going to copy. All right. It's going to copy the X code. You're going to go back to your website. You're going to go to global colors. All right. You're going to add color. So you're going to need two variations of each color. So if your color palette is green, you're going to have a dark green. So we're just going to say, all right, let me ensure that I figure what this is. So hash, and this is a dark green. All right. This is going to be dark green. Now that you have dark green, you're going to need a lighter green just to complement it. If everything is dark, it's not going to look very good. So we're going to go back and we're going to search for a light green. So we had this green first. This one is a really nice light green to complement it. If you want something a lot lighter, you can go with this, but I'm going to use this one. And you're going to go ahead and add color. This is going to be light green, and go ahead and paste. Remember to have your number sign or your hash, and there you go. Now that you have your green, you're going to do the same thing for your secondary color. So if it's green, blue, and white, you're going to do the same for your blues, and then you're going to have white and black. Now here's the thing about white and black. I have two colors, dark white and light black. Here's how they look. So you're going to have black. You're always going to need a black for your font and so on. So you're going to have black. Click right here. And this is our black. We're going to have white. We're going to click right here. And there's our white. Now we need a light black and a dark white. So we're going to go right here. All right. This is a full white. That's a full white. And we need a dark black, dark white, light black. So this is a lighter black. So it's not the same dark black as the full black. So we're going to call this light black. Not dark black, but light black. And this is just my words for differentiating the different shades of black. And you're going to see how these come together. I'm going to drag this here. And now we need a darker white. So this is good. It's not completely white, but it's kind of white. So we're going to say dark white. All right. And add our hash. And that's that. Now, on our website, we have a dark orange. So we're going to change our primary to a really dark orange. And this is because I'm keeping orange on the website, guys. If you're not going to keep orange, you don't need to do that. I'm going to go right here. This is orange. This orange is really dark. I'm going to use this one. And our primary, I'm going to change it to this dark one. And I'm going to drag all the way down. All right. Our secondary, we're going to keep that. Our text, we're going to keep that. And our green is going to be our accent in this case. I don't know if green and orange looks good. All right. But I'm going to leave it as is because it's just a tutorial. And we're going to keep that as is. And we're going to update. And that's how we're going to go about our font. Now, what I want to show you guys is how these colors are going to come together. But before I can do that, let's go back and talk about fonts. Now, this is a font that we have. All right. So I'm going to change font. The primary, I am going to use, not Roboto, I'm going to use Montserrat. Not Mion, but Montserrat. All right. And you notice it changes. All right. If we go to Roboto, that's what we had before. And if we go to Inter, let's see if Inter works for this one. That is what we had. So I'm going to, this is more techie. All right. And the thing that I want to show you is a little trick. Let's say you want to find a font that it works best for you, and you have a renovation business. We're going to say renovation companies, Los Angeles. All right. We're going to get some companies. All right. Let's look at AP remodeling. And this is a Google Chrome extension. So, all right, this is what AP remodeling Inc. All right, so I got it right. So AP Remodeling Inc. This is what they have going on. So we're going to click right here. And this little Google Chrome extension is going to tell us what font they're using. This font is WorkSans. All right, so let's go back to our website and let's look up WorkSans. Oh, WorkSans is there. All right, that looks good. And we're going to use WorkSans for the secondary as well. That looks good. And we're going to use it for the text. And there's a reason why we're only using WorkSans on the website, guys. And our accent is going to be roboto. So it's going to be a little bit different than what's normally there. All right, we're going to update. So what is this Google Chrome extension that we just used? Well, it's called What Font. Literally What Font. All right. So you're going to go to Google Chrome. You're going to type What Font extension. All right. It's going to be right here. And you're going to go ahead and install. Sorry, I have it installed. All right. The next thing that I want to show you guys is we're on this website. This is a nice green. So let me turn off What Font on this website. This is a nice green. I would like to use this green on my website. How do I get this green from my website? What is the hex code? The hex code is a computer code for the specific color. Once you get a hex code right, you get a specific color. How to do that is you're going to use another Google Chrome extension that is this little drop right here, Colorzilla. Going to click on that, and you're going to hover over the button. You're going to click and copy it to clipboard hex code. And now we can go to Elementor. All right, go into global colors, and I'm going to change that to the actual highlight. There we go. And that's that. I'm also going to add an orange because, orange is a big part of what we're doing here. So I'm going to grab a dark orange because it's a part of the website. Sorry for not doing it earlier. I just thought that, hey, we're here. Might as well. Okay. And I don't think it's copied properly. F77, F00. Okay, there we go. That's our dark orange. And let's grab another one, which is a little lighter, a little brighter, and a little bit more exuberant and out there. This is more of a yellow. Kind of orange yellow. So you can name these anything you want, guys. Have some fun while you're at it. Don't be a stickler. Have fun while you do what you're doing. All right. And I'm having the thought that the green was not properly copied. All right, so I'm just going to copy it again. I don't think it was pasted properly. So it was not. Let's go right there. There we go. And that is an ugly green. But let me just keep it just in case. All right. So I'm going to green-ish. Let me just keep it right here just in case, because I don't know if it's going to fit. And we're going to save. And that right there is the introduction to branding. That right there. Wow, who taught me English? Now, the thing I want you guys to understand is that is the very first part of branding. We're just going to go right here. We're going to go to typography. We're going to go to typography here. And we're just going to change the link to roboto. Actually, I'm going to let it remain default, but I'm going to change the color of all our links to this greenish color here. Or, well, I'm going to change it to the orange, dark orange. And we're going to keep everything as is. Matter of fact, I'm going to change the H1 to our primary. We're going to change the H2 to our primary. And everything else is going to be this dark orange. You're going to see how this affects the website going forward. All right. And we're going to update. I believe that's it. I always try to do the buttons, but it never seems to work. I don't like to do the default buttons because when I do it, it never seems to work, especially with the hover effect and all of that. But let me go ahead and try. So we're gonna have white text color. We're gonna have dark orange background. Matter of fact, let's see what's happening here. So they have a black button. All right, let's keep it black. All right, we're gonna add a border radius of 10. So not very square and chiseled as we've seen. We are gonna have solid border, 2 pixels, and the border is gonna have the light black outline. We're gonna hover. Our hover is gonna have what's here? Okay, that's a functional button. We're gonna have orange. We're gonna keep the black, but we're gonna use light black. Border type still solid, still 2 pixels. We're gonna use black this time for the border color. We're gonna keep our border radius at 10, and there isn't an animation effect. And this is gonna be our button right now. So the light black isn't as light as I would have wanted it. So I'm gonna go right here. All right, that's good. So we're gonna save, and that's it for our buttons. And I think that's gonna be good for now. So we're gonna close right here. We're gonna be back on our contact page. And this is what happened to our website. So remember, we changed the H1s from black to that orange that we had. And we changed our H2 to that same thing, and then the H3s. So this is an H2. This is an H1. Well, this is an H2. So I'm going to just change it to an H1 so you guys can see. This is an H1, still the same thing, because H2 and H1 had the same default color. This is an H3. H3. It's actually a paragraph. So let's change it to H3 so you guys can see. All right, so let's change it back to paragraph because now it's too big. And that's how you can change the default colors on your website. Now, needless to say, we prefer to have the fonts as they were. So to change it back, you're going to go to site settings again. You're going to go to not global colors. You're going to go to typography. Your H1, you're going to click the actual color and you're going to click the undo. All right. You're going to click the actual color. You're going to click the undo. And I think I'm going to let it stay for the H3s and onwards. We're going to publish or update, and you see the changes have taken effect. The reason why this is important, guys, and really, really important, is because at this stage, you're at a place where you can do a lot of changes to your website without changing every single element. And that's going to be important. If you do a rebranding and you need to change the color in the future, how are you going to spend the entire year or entire week or month changing everything bit by bit? No. So you want to have what's called a global color, global setting. The other thing that I wanted to show you is that you could change your global colors in another place. So we're going to go right here. We're going to view page. We're going to go to customize. This is very important for you guys. We're going to go to colors. And here are all our colors. Now, I'm not going to keep these colors and changes, but I'm just going to use something very different. This is a really nice blue. Let's use that instead of the light orange. And we're going to just go right here. All right. And you're going to see the change now. So I'm going to change this orange, which is here. So I'm going to use a really nice blue. Is this cornflower blue? And maybe this. I don't know. Go right here. Click right here. We are going to highlight and view. Beautiful, right? Now, instead of changing every single part of the website, we made changes in one place and everything got updated. Why is this important? This makes your job easier. Now, if you look right here, you're going to see these icons, all right? These icons have a certain color. You don't like it. So let's say we go like that. Now, this is beautiful. This is why I got into the business. I like how this looks. It looks a lot easier on the eyes than the orange. Now, the problem is that once you go home, that's going to be a bit of a problem. The orange here doesn't work with the blue. All right, that's the only problem. Because what you're going to find out happen is that this icon, this picture right here, it has orange in it. So unless your website has some orange and you keep this picture, it's not going to fit. What that means is that if you change your website color to blue and green, and you have this picture here that's orange, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. So that is where we're going to have to do a bit of thinking and introspection in how we choose our colors. The reason why I spend so much time on this part of the tutorial is because it's really very simple. Your website has to make you money, guys. It doesn't make sense to pay for hosting and the domain name and spend all the time or hire a team to build your website, and the website sits there collecting dust and mites, and it does not get your business money. Without you getting these steps right, your branding, your color, your typography, and so on, your website isn't going to make money for you. All right, you don't want to do this. Like I said in the description, get a free 15-minute clarity call. We'll talk to you. We'll see what your problems are, what your goals are, and we'll say to you that these are the next steps that we will take with you to help you solve this problem. If you don't want to work with us, perfectly fine. If you want to work with us, even better. And we go from there. Now we're at the most beautiful part of the tutorial. I'm seriously thinking about keeping this color, guys. You have no idea. The most beautiful part of the tutorial is where we're going to actually be doing web design. So we're going to be designing the actual website. And like I said, I like to start with the homepage. So I'm going to go back here. I don't want to save these changes. All right. And we have the orange again. We are going to edit this page to make it Zeilhan's Renovation. All right. And we're going to go from there. Let's get to it. So we're going to go to edit with Elementor. So now we're going to start with editing the website. There are a few things we're going to have to learn. The first is how to make this contact page ours. It's really very easy. So we're going to get this done in the next 3 to 5 minutes, but there are going to be some web development and web design lessons to go along with it. So this is the contact us page. And it says here that you click on this element, whatever it is that you want to edit, you left click. And if you want to bring up the options for this element, you right click. And this is a heading. All right, so you can right click and edit heading. Same thing comes up. And over here is going to look. So I'm just going to extend this for you a bit. So this looks a little bit complicated. Do not worry, it is complicated, but we're going to make it simple. It says we know how to make a home better, and know how a home has a different color than the overall text. When we read here in the title, it says we know how to make theme color palette 1 a home better. So the reason why I said theme palette color 1 is because theme palette color 1 is the name of a variable that's going to change the color of whatever is being applied to. That's a simple way of putting it. The idea here is that when we went to the customized area, the area that we literally were just at, and we changed the global colors, that is theme palette color 1. So if we had changed it to blue, for example, then that would be the color here. So you change it one place and it's going to be changed everywhere. What I like to do when I'm designing my website now is, instead of trying to figure out all of this works, I know that we is going to be black, to make better is going to be black, and know how a home is going to be orange. If I'm keeping orange, then that's fine. If I'm not keeping orange, then I have to change theme palette color 1 in the customized area. And you would have done that already if you weren't keeping orange. Now, what I want to do is I want to find a way to keep this color effect to highlight the most important words of what I'm going to change this text to. So here's an example. I'm going to keep orange to contact us. So I'm just going to go here, know how. I'm going to change that to contact us. And a home, I'm going to change that to, I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. Now I'm going to say, you can contact us. And then to me, it's going to be using, I'm just going to say below. You can contact us below, space. And now I don't need anything else. And here we go. Now this doesn't sound very good. You can contact us below. We're going to go here. We're going to edit this. So we're just going to left click on it, or we can right click, edit text editor. It is a text editor. And I'm just going to reemphasize what this page is. So I'm going to say contact, not contract, but contact the Zeilhan Renovators team using one. And I'm actually going to change this to how to contact. And I'm not going to have below. How to contact our team. Contact the Zeilhan Renovators team. So I don't need this to be as big anymore. All right. So I'm just going to bring it back. And that's how it is. Now, here's what I need you guys to learn. This picture here, you're going to want to change this picture because this is not a picture representing you. So the pictures you're going to use are going to be pictures here that represent you, your business, and your services. So let's say you don't have pictures of yourself or of your business. You're going to use pictures of your services. You don't have pictures of your team members either. Here are, it's going to be very important for you guys. So I'm going to go incognito. And we're going to give you some lessons on how to get pictures for your website and how not to get pictures for your website. First off, how not to get pictures for your website. I'm going to make this very simple. We are a home renovation team, so we're just going to use pictures about home renovation. If you're a plumbing, electrician, solar company, you're going to use pictures around your service. So we're going to use pictures around home renovation. Do not, for the love of your pocket and getting sued, go to Google and type home renovation. Go to images and look at all this and say, this looks good. This looks good. This looks good. All right, I'm going to use this one. And you click on this, save, and upload it to your server. Do not do that. Don't. The reason why is, as you see right here, images may be subject to copyright. And you can get sued for using these images. If you want to use images directly from Google, here's how you're going to go about it. When you go to home renovation, you're going to have to do an advanced search. So you're going to go to more. Now you're going to go to tools. You are going to go to usage rights. You're going to use Creative Commons. And that's going to bring up the images that you can use for free. We could click on this image. It says free images and get this image on PX here. So it also gives the license details. Let's click. Oh, it's not available, is it? It doesn't seem like that's available, but you can download this image and you can use it for free because you used a Creative Commons license. And the Creative Commons license, I won't go into law school right now. And that's how you do it. If you want free images, somewhere once you get the image, it's free or there's little to no attribution required. Here are a few sites you can go. You can go to Pixabay. This is one website that you just go to Pixabay. You can type in home renovation. You'll see a lot of images come up. The ones that are free, you are able to use them for free. It will tell you, so you can click right here. Matter of fact, I just saw an image that I like. I am going to click right here. You download. All right. You select a size. Here's a lesson on uploading images to your website. The bigger the image, the higher the quality. So if you use your iPhone and take a picture and add it to your website is going to be extremely slow because the image takes too much space. So it's going to take a lot of time to load, especially on mobile. You're going to want 1280 by 720, especially on your WordPress website. That's the dimension most times. And WordPress will resize your image. So the bigger your image with the higher density or definition is going to be a lot bigger. You can compress your images. So I'm going to show you how to compress your images really quickly very soon. But first we have to get the images, correct? So we're going to use a really small size. We're going to use 1280. We could use 640 because if you look at the website, it's not going to span the entire area. It's a small area of the website that it's going to be. So we're just going to use, even in this version, we're going to be using the 640 by 426 pixels. When download, we're going to save it to our downloads folder. Now we're going to add it to our website. To add it to our website, like I said, if there's an element, and remember guys, there are Elementor tutorial videos in the description below. Just scroll down to the description. At the end of the description, there will be other links, other episodes, and you just click on one of those tutorials and you'll learn more about using Elementor page builder in terms of containers and so on. So I'm not going to go into too much detail here. You can follow what I'm doing and learn versus just having the theory being spoken to you. So to change the image, you're going to hover over the image area. You're going to notice that something happens. You're going to right click. You're going to edit container. You're going to go to style and there is a background image. And here it is. Do not let unoptimized images be the downfall of your website's performance. So you can install Elementor's image optimization plugin. You're going to click here, upload files. Then you're going to select the area on your server or your computer where the file was saved. Once it is uploaded, let me move myself out of the way. Here is a bit of lesson on image optimization for SEO purposes. So our business is called Zeilhan Renovators. And what we do is we renovate homes in the, let's say, Los Angeles area. So I'm going to use for the alt text home. So for alt text, we're going to use home renovators Los Angeles. I'm going to use that for the description as well. And I'm going to use that for the caption. That's just what I see the SEO guys do. So I think that works. And for the title, we are going to do home renovation and always use a hyphen, Los Angeles. And I'm just going to use an adjective, best home renovation, Los Angeles. And I'm going to save it. It doesn't make sense to have the image called Painting 205 because when Google sees this name, it knows painting is something, but it doesn't know anything else about the image. So if someone goes to Google right now and they're supposed to search for the best home renovators in Los Angeles, this picture is going to come up. This picture is going to grab attention. So it might have been a picture of work that you've done. When this picture comes up and it grabs their attention, you're going to say, oh, okay, this is cool. They're going to click on the image, just like I did right here. Let me show you. So I went to Google and I searched something. I saw this picture. I clicked on this picture, and then this picture could take me to the website. Now, the website here, well, it works now. Perfect. So we could use this. It brought me to the website. It's going to be the same way for you guys. So label your images appropriately. All right. I also told you that, so we're going to upload it one lesson at a time. And this doesn't look very good as it is. Perfectly fine. So we're going to change the size. So we can go to image resolution. We are going to go to full. The display size is cover. We can also use contain, not recommended in this case because you see some space left out. So we're going to use cover and center, etc. Now, remember, the size of your image is going to affect the loading speed of your website. And if your website loads, if it takes more than 2 seconds for your website to load properly, you're going to start losing visitors. You don't like using slow websites yourself, so why should your website be slow? In order to optimize your images, you can go here and install this plugin. I haven't used it because it's relatively new, and that's the Elementor's image optimization plugin. What you can do is, and I'm going to continue showing you places to get pictures soon, you can go to Tiny PNG, and they have Tiny PNG and Tiny JPG. So, all right, so there are two of them. It doesn't matter. I always use Tiny PNG, but even if it's a JPEG, you can upload it there. So you can upload PNGs to Tiny JPG. You click there and upload your image, and it's going to compress your image to, well, here it takes 14% off. And that's good for you. That's all you need to do right now. We can go into more advanced image optimization methods in the future in a separate video, but for just learning to build your first website, this is a very good first start. Use smaller image sizes, compress the images, add tiny JPEG before you upload to the website. So let's say Pixabay didn't get the image that you wanted. You can go to Pexels. Pexels.com is another website that works. This one is good. You can go to Unsplash. Now, Unsplash is a website I used to love using, but they got sold. And ever since they got sold, it's not been as good anymore. So I'm not going to spend time bashing Unsplash because they are a business. It's not charity. So we're just going to move on. Unsplash, Pexels, Pixabay. You can go to Free Pick, not anime, but Free Pick. I have an account with Free Pick, so I'm not going to log in. I'm just going to go to freepick.com. Or you can just go to Google and type in free pictures. Scroll, and you're going to see a lot of options appear. And you can choose all of these. As you look at this website, you're going to realize that this image that we've added doesn't make the website look good. I mean, it's a nice image. It could work, but the definition isn't as good enough. It doesn't display what we want it to display. That's perfectly fine. What I want you to understand is that you probably won't get it right the first time. None of us do. Even as a designer, you're going to have an idea. You're going to put it out there, and you're going to say, this is not working out. When that time comes, it's perfectly fine. Just go there. Go to your archive and grab a new picture. Not Pexes, but I'm going to Pexels and Home Renovation. Let's get another picture. You can get videos as well. This looks good. This looks good. If you're into families and so on, you can use an image like this. And yeah, let's use this one. So download 6,000 by 4,000. I do not want such a big picture. I'm going to use a 1280 size. I'm going to download. I am going to change this picture. So remember, to change a picture, you go and hover over this section. You edit container, go to style, image, click, and upload files. Remember, after you upload your file, you're going to do image SEO. So you're going to rename the picture. You are going to add the alt text, and you're going to add the caption and the description. I'm just going to grab those from here. So I'm going to grab those from here. And you always use a different description, guys. It's just because this is the only. So for each image on your website, you're going to use a different description with a different search term that your ideal customer, ideal client would use, just to cover for most exposure. So here we go, and here we go. And we are going to select. And I like this a lot better. Now, we're going to go ahead and edit this section as well. So our opening hours, very easy to edit. If you open from 7 to 10, you right click over where you want to edit icon box. You are going to enter 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. You don't know what this means. You don't need to find out. If you want to find out, you can just go ahead and cut, and you realize that something has changed, and you paste it again and it's changed. And that's how you can learn how to develop websites from templates. Physical address, edit icon box, change your address. I'm not going to change my address. Oh, Bahamas, that's a nice place. Your phone number, edit icon box, change your address, change the phone number, and you're good. Now it says here, Sodales Malesuda. No, that's not very good. So when you come here, this is a form for your website visitors to use. So you can edit here, text editor, and something good to say in this section would be you. So how I like to do it, guys, as you probably would have realized, I like to use right here. So let me just add some text. I like to use a text right here that runs nicely with this text to read a very nice sentence. What I'd like to use for this text that makes everything a perfect sentence, it says get in touch, and there's a form. I'm going to say complete the form below to get in touch. I'm going to edit this to say edit heading, get in touch with our team. All right. Complete the form below to get in touch with our team. All right. That looks good. First name, last name, email, message. Now we can't edit this form. We just go edit WP forms, and we choose the contact form. So we're going to update. I'm going to teach you how to edit this form. So we're going to right click here. We're going to exit. I'm exiting to the WP dashboard and apply. Cancel. Let me ensure that I've saved my changes. Exit now. To edit the WP form, we're going to scroll all the way over here. All right. WP forms, all forms. The form name from the page was called contacts. So we're going to just view. We can preview that form, just ensure we have the right form. We do. All right. So we're going to go back and we're going to edit. I'm going to close this because we don't need it. We're going to edit. Now, this is the form that we have. So let's say that you need to collect more information. You need their contact number. You're going to click right here. You're going to drag it and drop. You're going to click on this element and you're going to say contact. That's a good way to put it. Or you can use contact no. I like to use contact number. All right. And there we go. If you want to collect only their first name, you go to name field. You just click simple. And that's going to be okay. But I like to keep it as is. first, last, email, contact number. I am going to change now we have a large field size, and here we go. We're going to make the contact number mandatory. So we're going to say contact number, and we're going to go to general. We're going to click required. Now they can submit the form without having entered a contact number. The same with message required. It doesn't make sense for them to try to send us a message without having to contact us without actually sending us a message. And that's the send message button. So settings, general. We're going to name this form contact form. That's perfectly fine. And that's perfectly fine as well. We're going to go now to notifications. So let me just save this form just to ensure all our changes have been saved. We're going to go to notification. The sent to email address is where the form is going to go to when someone has submitted the form. So how do you change this email? The admin email is going to be the email address of the administrator, or you can just type in a generic email at gmail.com. All right. The subject line is new entry, simple contact form, or you can put Zeilhan Renovators, so business name, contact form, entry, and from. And you don't have to change this, but this would be the business name for sure. Zeilhan Renovation, and from email. Keep from as admin email. Don't change this. All right. Now, the reason why this is giving back an error is because the admin email and the domain is not the same, but this is perfectly fine. We can change it in the future. Most likely it's going to be from info@domainname.com for you, or contact@domainname.com, and you won't have this error. So you don't have to worry about that. And you just go ahead and save. Now, wait, I don't need this to go to generic email. All right, so I'm just going to save because I don't need to go to generic email. I don't have access to generic email. Confirmations is interesting how confirmation works. Confirmation is very good because it helps them know that their request has been submitted. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to just say, not thanks for contacting us only. I'm going to say your request, something that makes them feels more personal. Your request has been received by our team. We will be in touch shortly, and I'm going to save. Now, to get this form on your website, you can click embed or use a shortcode and copy. Then we're going to just close this, and we're going to close here to exit the form builder. We're going to go back to any page on our website. I'm just going to show you how to add it to the About page. So I'm going to go to the About page, which is the next page we're going to work on. I'm going to edit with Elementor. And remember, we copied the shortcode, so there are two ways to add the form to our website. So we've copied the shortcode. I'm just going to go right here and add a new section, add one section. It's a flex box, top down. I am going to click right here. I'm going to go heading. I'm going to drag that here. The heading is how to add a WP form to your website. I am going to style and center. Then I'm going to click right here again. Remember, we copied the shortcode, so I'm going to go to shortcode. Grab that, drag it under the heading. I'm going to go right here, and we're going to paste. And there is our contact form that we just worked on. Another way that you can do this is so I'm just going to click right, apply, all right? Another way that you can do this, you can go right here to bring up the menu again, to search for the widget, the WP form widget, all right? So once you search for a WP form widget, you're just going to drag and drop. I'm going to drag it above, all right? And it's going to say, which form do you want to use? You can select a form here, or you can select a form here, and I'm going to go contact form, and it's going to input the form again. So that is two ways that you can add your WP form to your website. Now, we don't need this for the About page, but I'm going to save it just for now because we're going back to the contact page. It would have been fun if I added a contact form to the contact page again. You learn better if I added it to a page that doesn't belong. That's going to be a standout experience. I'm just going to go to view page, and we have our contact form from both methods here. It's going to finish up our contact page, and we're going to go to the about page. So I'm going to go back to contact, edit with Elementor. Now that we're on our contact page, our form has been updated. We are now going to take a look right here, subscribe to our newsletter. Instead of saying subscribe to our newsletter, use something that displays the value that you're going to get. So you're going to say, learn, get all the latest. I'm going to say get the latest. All right. I'm going to click right here, edit text editor. I'm going to highlight everything. Ooh. And this is where I'm going to say join. And that's what we're going to say. Now, they actually have a reason to subscribe. It's the same form, yet again, guys, this is a WP form. Edit, WP form. It is a newsletter sign-up form. You're going to edit it in much the same way, except that you can integrate this with MailChimp. All right, I'm not going to integrate with MailChimp right now, or perhaps I should. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to integrate this form with MailChimp. So whenever someone subscribes here, it goes to your MailChimp. It adds them to your MailChimp newsletter. So it says display options, nothing there to display. So to edit this form so that it integrates well with your MailChimp, you're going to click update as per usual, just to save your changes. After that, we're done with this contact page. We're not coming back to the contact page, guys. You're going to close. We're going to exit. We're going back to WP form, all forms. Remember, it's the same step. We're just adding the MailChimp integration. The form that we need to change is the newsletter sign-up form. I'm going to click edit. Now it says email address, email. So perfectly fine, never mind that. What we need to do is go to the marketing tab. We are going to scroll down to MailChimp. And oh, look at that. We need to have the pro version to add this to MailChimp. Oh, that is bad. The ones that are free though is Constant Contact. Interesting. And Uncanny Automator. Now, Uncanny Automator, if I am getting this correctly, should be able to add MailChimp. So all the good ones, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, HubSpot, MailChimp, Salesforce, Zapier, all of these good things are premium offers. So you can get the premium version of WP Forms. I am not an affiliate. Let's just see their pricing. I don't think it's cheap. For one website, it is $40 for the year. Of course, if we're the ones building your website for you, then you don't have to pay. But that's how you would do it. Because once you go here and you click on MailChimp, then you would only need to add necessary information to connect it to your website, but to connect to your newsletter. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a tutorial out in the future on this. But for now, never mind it. So I'm going to go OK, and I'm going to close. We're going to go to the About page because we've completed the contact page, believe it or not. So our first page is complete. So contact page, it is complete. This is not what your page is going to look like. It's going to have your personal touch in words and pictures. Remember, guys, the pictures make the website. So now our contact page is finished. We're going to go to the About page. If we work, then it looks good. And here's the problem with this. We work, if you can see it, we work, and everything else is the same color. So we're going to have to change that. So we're going to edit with Elementor. Remember, we wanted home renovation pictures, so it's going to go back. All right, let's look for a home renovation picture. I want one with people. This looks good. So I'm just going to download. This is a good touch for your About page. The thing I want you guys to realize is that if someone goes to your About page, they're very interested in doing business with you. They just want to learn more about you personally. So it's a good place to add your picture, add a team photo, add a more personal picture as a human touch. So not just services, but you doing the service. Stock images work as well, but a stock image isn't going to be very personal when a client or a prospect wants to connect with you. So always get professional pictures for your website, guys. It's very important. We're not going to be using 6,000 pixels because that is going to kill our website speed. We're going with medium yet again. We're going to download the selected size. After we've downloaded the picture, remember to add it to tiny PNG so that you can optimize it, reduce the size, then upload it to your server. Now we're going to upload to our server. To upload to server, we're going to hover over the image section, the part where the image is. We're going to right click, edit container. We're going to go to style. We're going to click right here. We're going to upload the file. After we've uploaded the file, we're going to go ahead and do our image optimization yet again. So I'm not going to use best home renovators. We're going to change it to something else. You're going to add in the caption and the description. And then now we are going to upload it to our website. Now, I don't like that if we work and if it looks and good, we work and good is orange. That doesn't work well. And the button is black. And this says contact us. So the button shouldn't be here that says contact us. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have to do some editing on this page. So the first thing is we don't need these contact forms from the previous part of the tutorial. So it's going to close this section, X, and that is gone. Very good. We're going to change the background here. So to change the background, we are going to hover over this section. We're going to right click, edit container, style, background type is a color, not an image. So we can add an image here. All right, let me show you. Let me just show you how to add an image. And there is an image here, but we don't want an image, we want a color. So we're going to go classic. We're going to delete the image. We're going to change the color to light black, I guess. And we don't need the contact us button. We don't need the contact us button because this is the about page. What we need is a get started button. So we're going to edit button. We're going to click and change to get started. All right. Now, get started is going to be where someone goes to start doing business with you. Do they send a contact form and say, hey, we want to do some business with you, etc., etc.? We don't have the get started page just now. Let's see if that's there. It is not. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to send them to the contact page for now, but we're going to create a get started page in the next step, right? So if we work, then it looks good. So I'm going to change this to something that, like I said, yet again, use a text that relates the business, the brand, your services, speaks to your ideal client or customer. So we're going to say right here, if you want, you can just stretch this out. Span the color of our team if. So this is going to change to white. So I'm going to change we work to, I want to put the business name, Renovators. And I'm going to change I'm going to add the date. I'm going to add a colon. All right. Zeilhan Renovators, renovating Los Angeles since 1990. I'm going to just pull that over just a bit. All right. I'm going to change this. Oh, wait, I don't need to do what I just did. So I'm just going to go right here. No, I just made a change that I don't want to keep. So I'm just going to go to, wait, let me just drag this out just a bit somewhere. I'm going to go to history, container edited, and just go to title edited. All right, good. So I'm going to update to save my changes. I'm going to right click, edit text editor, and I'm going to add some other equally appropriate text right here. Text. I'm going to show you how to get stock. Well, not stuck, but get help with getting the text for your website soon. It says Larry Hart founder. I would prefer if, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. You're going to have a message from the founder. What is it that the founder says that reinvigorates the team, normally gets a client to sign on? Perhaps it's the dream, it's the vision, is it why it started? Having the founder's picture here or the team member's picture here is a very good touch. We're going to keep that as is. Other thing I want you guys to know is, remember, if your website is blue, these pictures can be used on your website to go forward. Like the theme makes this available. You can post this picture on your website. It's just that if someone else uses this theme and template, they're going to have this picture as well. And your website isn't going to be as unique. So if you're going to change a picture, Use something that is personal and relates to your business, and it reminds your prospect that they are in the right place because they're going to have some familiarity with you. And if they don't know about your business, you want to have something there that's going to build a relationship with them. So stock images can be used, but it's best, yet again, to get personal and professional photos. We are going to need on your homepage your vision and mission statement. You can put that here. You can say, because they do want to find out why you do what you do. Or even better than that, you can say, and this is where you're going to edit. You're going to put a very powerful message on why you started a business. Perhaps you were looking for home renovation, couldn't find good renovators. Perhaps your dad was a home renovator. Perhaps you just love real estate. Whatever it is, you're going to put it here. You can also have a video message here from your founder. To get that there, you would just click here. You would go to widgets, type in video, and you would add a video element. You upload your video to YouTube, and you paste the link here. All right, that's how you would do that. Just gonna close that and delete. All right, and you're gonna continue on in that regard. So the next thing that I need to teach you guys are a few things. I'm going to teach you how to get get help with making website copy. You can use Elementor, but I'm not going to use Elementor. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to my incognito. And to get help with text for your website, you just go to Jasper.ai. All right. You're going to create a free account, or you can actually sign up. I think it's about $20 per month. All right. It's $50 per month. And once you create your account, you're just going to tell the AI software that you need help creating an about section for your website. I will guide you through. I don't have an account anymore. I canceled my account because I don't like writing. I don't like writing. I like reading, but I don't like writing. But it's very easy. Once you sign up, you just tell the AI that you want to create an about section for your website, for your business, and it will give you some information. Copy, paste, add it to your website. The next thing that I want to teach you guys so that's how you're going to do your about section. But we're not finished with the web design. The next thing that I want to teach you guys before we move on is that you want to make your website responsive. And what does responsive mean? Because I didn't do that for the contact page, but I'm going to do it here for the home page. Responsive means that when someone browses your website using a desktop, so right now, right here, I have a 27-inch monitor. You might be watching this from your smartphone, you might be watching it from your 15-inch laptop or your 60-inch smart TV. On all these screen sizes or your tablet, you're going to want the website to look the same. It's going to have to look beautiful. That's what responsiveness is. Whenever someone visits your website from a browser, from a device with a different screen size, it still loads, it still looks beautiful, it still works. To make your website responsive, you're going to hover to the bottom of Elementor. You're going to click on this responsive mode, and you're going to click on the mobile portrait. Here we have the mobile view. So let me just put myself over there. And here we are. I'm going to change the button just to make it stand out a bit. I'm going to keep the text black, but I'm going to change the color to dark orange. All right. So this is going to happen to the desktop as well. And it's just because I think we could use white for we could use white. We could use white. And I could change this to a darker orange. All right. So I think we could use that. But basically, the reason why this changed for both the mobile and desktop is because we changed the color. We're not changing the size or how it's displayed. So let's just go back to mobile portrait. And this looks good. Looks good. And this literally is all you're going to do. You're going to have to just eye test it. There isn't a hard and fast rule. Most hard and fast rule I've seen is 16 pixels for headings and 14 pixels or 12 pixels for the body. But yet again, so let's say I want to make this a little bit bigger. We're going to right click, edit text editor. We are going to go to style, just to style our text, and typography. Notice here that it says mobile portrait alignment. So I'm going to show you the size. So it says here 20 pixels. So I'm just going to increase it to 91. go back to desktop, and it has not changed on the desktop. Why is that? Because the text size is going to affect how it looks on mobile alone. It's not a color change. All right. The color change is just a color change. No matter the size of the text, it's not going to make the text any more difficult to see on a desktop versus a mobile. But the size of the text can influence how easy it is to see on a mobile versus a desktop. I'm just going to go back to mobile, and we're just going to change the typography. We're going to go back to something a little bit more manageable. All right. I wanted it a little bit bigger. That's good. All right. I like the image. I like the layout. We're going continually. This is good as is. This is already optimized as it would appear. So the Blocksy team does come with responsive optimization. That's good. You don't need to change too much. So this is good as is. And you're going to do this for every website that you have. All right. Now we're going to go to the tablet portrait. All right. This looks good. This looks really good. I like this. And so this is going good. Going good. Going good. I like this. This is good. This is good, guys. This is good. So we're just going to go ahead and update. And that is good. And then we're going to go back to desktop. And that is it for responsive design. The theme and template came optimized for responsiveness already. So we said that we're going to make a get started page. So to make the get started page, there are a few things we're going to need to do. We're going to need a form on that page. That form is going to say, all right, this is your name, the service that you're interested in, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. The first thing that I'm going to make is the WP form. So just exit. We're going to go to WP forms, add new. And the information you add to this form is the information that you need to start a project with a prospect, all right? So I'm just going to use a simple contact form as a template. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it to get started form, all right? We're going to go to fields. We need a name, we need an email. We are going to need their contact number. We are going to need a drop down of the service they're interested in. We are going to need a project date. All right, so let's just use a single text line for the date that they want the project and a comment or message. So we're going to need their name. We're going to need their email. We're going to need contact number. If we're doing a local service, we're going to need their address, especially for renovation where we do have to visit them. So let's go to add field, and we're going to go to address. All right. And this is information that someone interested in your business interested in doing business with you is going to have, and they're going to be willing to give this information. If they aren't willing to give this information, then it means that they weren't serious and they're looking for a cheaper price, or they really aren't ready to do business. This is good for you because if they aren't, you don't want them to contact you and have you waste your time trying to figure out what they need when you could be working with someone who wants to pay you good dollars for your services. So that's a good lesson there on lead generation. So the drop down here is going to be, which service do you need? Going to consultancy. So let's just say that those are the three services that we offer. We are going to say single line text. This single line text is, I don't remember what this one was supposed to be. Was it going to be what? Address, contact number, email. I don't remember what this was supposed to be. Start date request. Yeah, because this is going to help us to understand how urgent the project is for them. And another field that you can add is a numbers field. And you can just say the budget. Budget. All right. And remember, you go to settings, notifications, and you enter all this good stuff. So I'm just going to say Zeilhan Renovation. And I'm just going to save, embed. I'm going to use a short code. I'm going to copy. Because remember, we've already looked at all these things before, so we don't need to go over it again. Go to close. We're going to go to pages, add new page. The page that we're going to add is the get started page. I'm going to say get started. I am going to save draft, edit with Elementor. And I'm going to show you some really cool web design tricks to make your job a lot faster here. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just grab the shortcode widget, or we could grab the WPForm widget. I like to use the shortcode widget. Matter of fact, let's close that. We're going to add a section, flexbox, top down. I'm going to use a heading and get started. Just pay attention, guys. This is going to come together really quickly, really beautifully. Then we're going to grab, I'll just use the WPForm widget. WPForm widget. Going to paste that there. Going to use the get started form. All right, so there we go. All right, so this doesn't look like much of a page. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to right click, open the about section. On the about section, you're going to edit with Elementor. All right. You are going to copy this section. It's going to copy. You're going to go right here. You're going to add a section at the top, and you're going to just click paste. For the page title, we don't need that, so we're just going to click here. And we're going to hide the title and publish. Default template. So we don't know which template it is, so we're going to go back to about. We are going to click here. The template is default. Okay. And we don't need to hide a title. So we don't need to hide a title once we get the proper page settings. Now we also need this subheading, so we're going to copy and we're going to paste. And this needs to be above the get started. All right, just to keep the design consistent, because here we have this subheading, then our team. So we're going to use a subheading. Do our team is waiting to serve you. Okay. All right. And I'm just going to say, okay. All right. That looks good. Now we're going to continue here. The thing that I want you guys to realize, you see, for this section, we're going to use a testimonial here. The testimonial is social proof. It's going to say to a potential prospect that this is what we have done for someone like you, is what we can do for you. So if they're on the edge, they're not certain about using your business, the testimonial is going to help them to decide to use your business. You're just going to say, Sarah, Lala. That, what you could do is you could have her picture right there. So just add it. Now let's keep it there, but you would add her picture, Sarah Lala. So let's see if there is a picture of a woman. There is a picture of a woman from the template. I'm just going to add that there. Large style. You're going to change the max width and the width. All right. So that's good. And this is going to be our testimonial. Just going to click edit, and she's going to say, "Oh, I loved Zeilhan Renovation, etc., etc." All right, so that's good. Let's go back to the about section. FAQ. This is perhaps something good to have on the website, but I prefer to not add it. So on this page, I like to keep things very simple because I don't like distractions. All right, submit, and we are good. Now remember, we're going to have to do the responsive version. All right. This is too big. I need some space. All right. That looks good. That looks good. Looks good. Good, 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 good. All right. We're going to do that. All right. This looks good so far. This looks good. This is good. And we're going to update. So here's the thing, guys. On this page that we have right here, all right, so I'm just going to close that. We don't need that anymore. We have get started. And here we don't have get started. So in order to find out how to do that, we're just going to click right here and we're going to view page and do the same thing for both of them, guys. We're going to view page, then you're going to edit page. All right, not edit with Elementor, but edit page. All right. You're going to ensure that this template, so about, is the same settings that's going to be applied here. So we don't know what's causing it. All right, so we're going to go to Blocksy, and we're going to ensure that everything is the same. So get started needs to be the same. So we're going to go to Blocksy, and this is that. Content area style, inherit. And we have inherit custom. All right, so inherit custom. Which one is it using? It's going to be using this one. So you're just going to go ahead and use this one. All right. Then you scroll down, page elements, no disable for any of those. Page elements, no disable for any of those. You're going to update, and then you're going to see if the changes have been made. Have the changes been made? No, it's still there. So you can go back to edit page. And you're going to go to design, page background. It's okay, I guess. Page title, disabled. So that's the one that we need to change, disable the page title. We're going to go back to Blocksy, page title, and disable, and update. And we're going to see it look as it should. There we go. That is beautiful. That's a get started page. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to add that to the menu. So I'm going to change the search to a call to action. So remember, to do that, we go to customize, or we go to dashboard. I need the link. I'm going to need the link. So I'm just going to copy, go to dashboard, appearance, customize. We are going to edit the heading. All right. So it's going to click on that to edit this search icon. We don't need a search. What we need is a button. So we grab the button. On the button, we're going to click the button right here. We're going to change the URL to this. We're going to change the label to higher house is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this white. I'm going to change the initial state to black. And when you hover, it goes orange and white. And then when it gets sticky, I'm going to change that to black again. And yeah. All right, so that's there. Hire us. On the home page, guys, we're going to visit site. On the home page, we're going to change this from contact us. And this is something I need you guys to see. So I'm actually going to do it. You're going to edit the home page according to your liking, because I'm not going to do the home page. But we're going to go to contact us. We're going to edit button. And we're not going to use contact us. We're going to use hire us. That's a very strong call to action. We're going to change that to get started and update. All right, guys. So that's it for this tutorial. The final touches to get your website live is you go here. You're going to go back to the WordPress dashboard. You remember, maintenance mode is on. You're going to turn off maintenance mode. You should have had website security set up at this stage. All right, website security should have been set up. Your backups should have been set up. You should have your website SEO optimized, like I've been telling you. Your copy should be good. Your lead generation should be good. By the way, guys, add a newsletter form to your about page. Add a newsletter form to your homepage. Add a newsletter form to your services page. So you should have all of those things set up based on what we've done in the tutorial so far. So you just need to turn off maintenance mode. The next things that you want to do is you want to add your website to Google Analytics. There's going to be a separate video linked in the description below on how to set up Google Analytics on your website. You already have the security, you have the backups, now you have Google Analytics. Your images have been optimized, so your website should not be very big and slowing down your website. You have done a wonderful job. I'm proud of you. Now, if you do not want to do all this work for yourself, go ahead, set up a free 15-minute clarity call with our team, and then we can help you set up your business online, increase your revenues, do your marketing for depending on the goal that you have. So you don't have to learn to do all this, but you're going to have to get it done.